In a significant legal development, the U.S. Justice Department and TikTok have jointly requested the U.S. Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia to expedite the legal proceedings concerning a new law mandating ByteDance, the China-based parent company of TikTok, to divest its U.S. assets by January 19th or face a nationwide ban. This request aims for a ruling by December 6th, allowing time for a potential review by the Supreme Court before the deadline. The urgency of this matter is highlighted by the potential impact on the 170 million Americans who use TikTok, a platform deeply integrated into American life. Earlier this week, a group of TikTok content creators filed a lawsuit to block the law, citing its profound effects and arguing that it violates constitutional protections, including the First Amendment. TikTok and ByteDance filed a similar lawsuit last week, reinforcing these constitutional concerns. The Justice Department and TikTok emphasized the significant public interest in a prompt resolution, suggesting that the legal challenge could be resolved without the need for emergency preliminary injunctive relief. The law, signed by President Joe Biden on April 24th, aims to address national security concerns by ending Chinese ownership of TikTok. It prohibits app stores like Apple and Google from offering TikTok and bars internet hosting services from supporting the app unless ByteDance complies. This legislative move is driven by fears among U.S. lawmakers that the Chinese government could exploit TikTok to access sensitive data on American users or engage in espionage activities. These concerns led to the swift passage of the measure through Congress with overwhelming support. The parties have requested the appeals court to set the case for oral arguments as early as possible during the September calendar, with the Justice Department indicating it may file classified material under seal to substantiate the national security justifications. In a statement earlier this week, the Justice Department asserted that the TikTok law addresses critical national security concerns while being consistent with constitutional limitations, a point contested by the law's opponents who argue it infringes on free speech rights and sets a dangerous precedent. The outcome of this case could have far-reaching implications for the regulation of foreign-owned technology companies in the U.S., highlighting the complex interplay between technology, national security, and individual freedoms. TikTok has become a significant cultural force in the U.S., influencing entertainment, politics, and social trends. Its popularity has made it a focal point in the broader geopolitical tensions between the U.S. and China, raising questions about data security and digital sovereignty. The legal battle also underscores the growing concern over the power and influence of social media platforms. Critics of the law argue that it could lead to increased government control over digital platforms and set a precedent for further restrictions on other foreign-owned apps. Supporters of the law, however, emphasize the need to protect national security and prevent foreign interference in American digital infrastructure. As this legal battle unfolds, it highlights the broader geopolitical tensions between the United States and China and the complex interplay between technology, national security, and individual freedoms. The court's decision will not only impact TikTok but also set a precedent for how the U.S. deals with other foreign-owned technology companies in the future. This case is being closely watched by industry experts, legal scholars, and policymakers around the world. Furthermore, the resolution of this case will likely influence the broader policy debate on digital privacy and security. It raises questions about the extent to which governments can regulate technology companies and the balance between national security and personal freedoms. The implications of this case extend beyond TikTok, potentially affecting other companies with foreign ownership structures and sparking discussions on how to safeguard national interests in an increasingly digital world. In summary, the joint request by the U.S. Justice Department and TikTok to expedite the legal proceedings surrounding the new law mandating ByteDance to divest its U.S. assets by January 19th or face a ban is a critical development with wide-ranging implications. This case not only addresses immediate concerns about TikTok, but also sets the stage for future regulatory actions in the technology sector. The outcome will be pivotal in shaping the landscape of digital regulation, national security, and individual freedoms in the U.S., and potentially around the globe.